Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Building Better Relationships in Construction. I'm Alex.
And I'm Sabrina. It's so good to be here with you all today. We're diving into episode 26 of our series, and as always, we're drawing from the incredible insights in Paul Schwinghammer's book, Building Better Relationships, a guide to enhancing the customer experience for home builders, remodelers, and construction managers.
That's right. And this episode, we're calling it The Importance of Why and Paying It Forward. You know, Sabrina, I've been thinking a lot about this topic lately. How often in our industry, we're so focused on the what went wrong, what needs to be fixed, that we forget to ask the deeper question.
Absolutely. And that's exactly where Paul begins this chapter. He acknowledges something we all know. In construction, problems aren't just possible, they're inevitable. Misordered materials, things damaged in transit, measurements that just don't line up. It happens to everyone.
It really does. And our first reaction? Fix it, fast. Get it done, move on to the next thing. But Paul, he challenges that. He says, slowing down to understand why something happened isn't a waste of time. It's an investment.
Yes, and he frames it so well. These challenges, these mistakes, they're not just inconveniences. They're opportunities. Opportunities to learn, to improve processes, and honestly, to show your clients and your team what you're really made of.
I love that shift in perspective. Instead of seeing a problem as a failure, see it as a chance to build trust. Because how you respond, that's what people remember.
Exactly. So let's really break this down. Paul talks about the power of root cause analysis. So, say a footer is poured off mark, or a staircase is built with misaligned steps. The instinct is to just redo it, right?
Right. Get the crew out there, fix it, check the box. But Paul says, pause. Before you do anything else, ask, why did this happen? Was it a miscommunication? Did someone misread the plans?
Or maybe, was it a planning oversight? Were the blueprints unclear to begin with? Or could it be a process failure? Maybe there wasn't a clear check system in place before moving forward.
And this isn't about pointing fingers. Paul is really clear on that. It's about learning. If you can accurately identify the cause, you're not just fixing today's problem, you're preventing tomorrow's.
So let's take that example. The misaligned staircase. If the root cause was miscommunication, maybe the field team and the design team weren't on the same page, then the solution isn't just rebuilding the stairs. It's improving how we communicate, maybe implementing a pre-build review meeting for complex elements.
Yes, and if it was a planning issue, maybe the design was ambiguous, then the fix is refining how plans are drawn and reviewed before they're even released. It's about systemic change, not just a quick patch.
And this is where it gets really powerful, because once you understand the why, Paul encourages us to bring others into the conversation. Your team, definitely, and when it's appropriate, even your clients.
Now that can feel scary for a lot of people. Admitting a mistake to a client? But Paul frames it so well. It's not about saying we messed up. It's about saying, here's what happened, and here's why it happened, and most importantly, here's how we're going to make sure it doesn't happen again.
And think about what that communicates. Transparency, accountability, a genuine commitment to doing better. That builds so much trust. Paul calls it making a deposit into the relationship bank account.
I love that metaphor. And even if the client isn't aware of all the internal work you're doing, they feel the difference. They sense that you're not just there to build their project. You're there to do it right, to learn, to improve. That professionalism, it comes through.
It really does. And this leads us into the second big idea in this chapter, paying it forward. This isn't just about one project or one client. When you take the time to do root cause analysis and share those lessons, you're creating a culture of continuous improvement.
Exactly. It's a ripple effect. The lessons you learn from one mistake, they prevent similar issues on future projects. They make your processes tighter, your quality higher. Over time, you just have fewer problems.
And it's not just about avoiding mistakes. Paul talks about the positive outcomes, better quality work, because your systems are more refined, increased client satisfaction, because they see your commitment, and a stronger reputation, because you're known as proactive, not reactive.
So let's get practical. What does this look like day to day? Paul suggests a few steps. First, Create a structured process for root cause analysis. When something goes wrong, don't just fix it and forget it. Document it. What happened? Why did it happen? How can we prevent it?
And then share those findings. Make it a regular topic in team meetings. Turn problems into training opportunities. Celebrate the learning, not just the solving.
And critically, encourage open communication. Make it safe for people to speak up when they see something off or when they make a mistake. Because if people are afraid to admit errors, you'll never get to the real why.
Absolutely. And Paul emphasizes following up. After you implement a new process or a check, make sure it's working. Adjust if needed. It's about closing the loop.
Now, I know some folks might be thinking, this sounds great, but it takes time. We're already stretched thin. And that's a fair concern. But Paul's argument is, this investment of time upfront saves so much more time and money down the road.
Definitely. Think about it. If you keep having the same problem over and over because you never address the root cause, how much time and resources are you wasting? Not to mention the frustration for your team and your clients.
Exactly. And there's also the long-term value in relationships. Paul says, trust isn't built on flawless execution. It's built on transparency, accountability, and a genuine commitment to learning and growing.
Clients understand that no one is perfect, but they really appreciate a builder who is honest, who takes ownership, and who shows they're always striving to do better.
So, to bring it all together, when a problem arises, approach it with curiosity, not frustration. Ask why, dig deep, involve your team, communicate openly, and use what you learn to pay it forward, to improve not just this project, but every project that comes after.
Beautifully said. By embracing this mindset, you're not just building structures, you're building a culture of excellence, you're building trust, you're building lasting relationships.
And that is how you truly build better.
So, to all our listeners, we encourage you to take these ideas to heart. Next time something doesn't go according to plan, pause, ask why, see it as an opportunity. And remember, you're not alone in this. Paul's book is an incredible resource if you want to go deeper.
That's right. Remember, you can purchase your copy of Building Better Relationships, a guide to enhancing the customer experience for home builders, remodelers, and construction managers by author Paul Schwinghammer on Amazon and Barnes & Noble in multiple formats.
Thanks for joining us today. Keep building with intention and keep building better. Be sure to join us next week as we explore episode 27 entitled, If You Can Do It, Do It.
Oh, I like the sound of that. And remember, this podcast is based on the principles and practices found in the book, Building Better Relationships in Construction by Paul Schwinghammer. Available in multiple formats, including audiobook on Amazon and Barnes & Noble. Until next time, I'm Alex.
And I'm Sabrina. Bye for now.